We got a Honda Civic. We got one. It's a Honda Civic. It's orange. It's awesome. It's sort by cheapest, buy now, sight unseen. This is what happens when you sort by cheapest. You buy something off the internet, and when half your car comes on a pallet, you know it's a good deal. Can you make an $8,000 Civic for $8,000? Or are we going to be spending $3,000 on this? Are we $3,000 deep already? And then will it cost us another $15,000 to make a car that's worth $7,000? It smells like it does smell real bad. Similar to the genitalia that Civics often smell like. I'm not trying to be funny, they often smell like genitalia. Look at this, dude. Racing Fear. It's the same. These may even be off my 180SX. First step, jack up your car. So I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Did you undo that already? No. Smells bad. Really bad. Smells like low tide. All right, wheels off, suspension out, and in the bin. So many spider webs, look at it. Hopefully not bad ones. Do you miss your Racing Fear wheels even a little bit? Nope. Also hand tight. Gone. In the bin. Bye bye. Where's that gonna go? In the bin. One flying Civic with no suspension in it at all. In amongst these boxes, there's like control arms and links and adjustable stuff that makes the back even more adjustable than it already is, which is what it's all about on the Civic, for maximum grip. There it goes. Oh, Legos, doesn't it, man? Yeah. Just rear end, dude. If you want to make your Honda go really fast, oh, you get spoon stuff. What am I getting? Spooning, see? Oh, I'm getting spooned. That is a budget brake upgrade because they are from CRV. A CRV. Fancy blue control arms going in. Yep. That's it. Boom. She's in. That's neat. Is excellent. Some arms get out of the way for the minute. Oh, that's pretty cool. We're on. Control arm. Thank you, sir. And then that goes. So it's time to put the coilovers in. So basically we transfer over these fork things from the bottom of the factory strut. We're just winding these down a little bit to make it a little bit easier. We can go fantastic later on if that's what the internet requires of this car, or that's what we require of it. It's starting to get exciting now, mate. It is. Look at all the bits going in. Look at Honda Life. Honda Life is just a sweet life, isn't it? Does it ever occur to you that we own a Civic? Like sometimes it just hits me like really late at night. I wake up. And if someone says what kind of car you got to say a Civic. The smell, man. I just can't get over. It smells like an octopus's pubic area. Oh God! Fix it, please fix it. Oh, break time. In there. Braided lines going in for maximum Honda stopping power. Civic update time. Brakes are done. Suspension is done. The only thing left is to actually put the
tie rod ends into the thing, and then that is a rolling shell once again. There is so much schmutz in, well, everywhere.
Okay, so the next job, we're just going to strip everything off the engine, get rid of all of this, all these wires, all of this, get it gone, then get access to the gearbox, take it off, put the clutch in, put it all back together.
It's being annoying. Makes me a bit sus how tight they are because they would only, they've been rounded off before.
Now it's ready to go, Martin.
In the bin.
Is there any engine that spends its life in a Honda hatchback that has not had a tough life? Bam! This car is so shit.
Great.
Seriously, it's so shit. What are you most excited about with this car?
Hitting VTEC for the first time and knowing that I'm going to have that combination of utter joy and utter disappointment at the same time of going, oh wow, this is slower than every car I own.
Yes, that is the excitement and disappointment of VTEC.
Made 70 kilowatts.
When you cut open a salmon, Martin, there's two things you'll find inside.
What?
Either caviar or semen. And apparently the semen has a lot of protein in it.
That's clever. I heard that they migrate for months.
The doctor wasn't really sure exactly what he should do with it, but next time he went to the doctor, it had just fallen off. Like it wasn't even there anymore.
That's crazy. All right, man. I think we're done with the engine stand.
It is,
New
man.
VTEC, what have we done? New VTEC solenoids, the blanking plugs, our stinky skunk. We've done rocker cover gasket, new rubbers, spark plugs.
We've got new spark plugs. Yeah, new gaskets here. Obviously, our skunk also comes with our fuel rail over here.
So if I hold the back and you push those legs at the front.
Yep, that's it. Nice.
All right.
Martin, we're winning at something.
I just want to show the people what this looks like for me right now. So there's a giant, yeah, you saw it, giant engine, and then there's
I'm
alien.
being cuddled by an octopus.
It's just making sweet love to his neck. Is our skunk hitting on everything?
Yeah, our skunk was smashed. And now can we just go back like
that?
5 centimetres? Yeah, and now we go and get the skunk under. Yep, go for it. Everybody, a mighty warm welcome to Dave from Haltech. Thank you very much for coming down, Dave. You are a legend. And you brought us an ECU, I imagine?
I didn't because you... I didn't even... Yeah, of course I did.
That's fine. I've got one.
Okay, cool.
I'll be back in a minute. Too sexy. Thank you very much for your kind and generous donation. This one here was doing absolutely nothing of value. Is that gonna do what we need it to do?
That's perfect. Wow, where'd you get that from?
Oh, it was just sitting around. It was in a box full of shit that I had outside.
Well played. Awesome.
Oh,
Just swing it into place. Yeah, dude.
that is pure satisfaction, Martin.
We wanted to get the engine mounted so that Dave could do his thing. He's going to run some wiring for some of our mods, including these mad coil packs and our VTEC solenoids and all these little plugs that are floating around. You can't tell me you're not excited. You can't tell me you don't look at that thing in its current state that's getting close, people, and you don't look at that and go, let's go.
So it's time to start plumbing up this mad B16 on our festy old Civic. The question is, Martin, how do we get the juice from here to here, Martin?
Because we've got our skunk manifold, it actually sort of fouls like the skunk thing fouls.
Skunk.
Well, normally you've got a big fuel filter here and then a big fuel line and all this kind of big stuff, but it hits on our e-throttle and it's just a bit messy. So a way around that, it's kind of common in Civic world, is to chop your supply line right back down here and then adapt that to either a braided line or a push lock or whatever you want.
Oh, look at that. I felt like I was really going in there.
All right, that is set up. and ready for our Civic.
There is something so in the way down there, Martin.
A sump.
That looks really good.
Looks great. JDM yard. Headers look super neat. Come down here, out of the way of everything. 4 into 2 and into 1. The Y pipe thing. Actually making some good progress.
Yeah, man, we're getting there.
Getting very keen.
Has it surprised you yet that this Honda has got more love and attention than the cars that we actually love and give attention to? All right, headers are on. Done. Kind of does feel like we're getting close. I don't care what anyone says, but it definitely feels like we're getting sort of near where we need to be, doesn't it, Martin?
Absolutely.
I'm going to unbolt the exhaust. Going to lay that out next to it. Just jump under the car and make sure that it actually fits. And then we're looking good, people. We are looking good for an imminent blast off to Galaxy Yo-Town. Yes. Oh, that's big. Oh, we got like a titanium exhaust, Martin. Titanium colouring, I think. All right, so that is our exhaust. I was about to say turbo back. But no.
Not today.
Not today, Martin.
Shiny headers, shiny exhaust. It's the fun bit. It did occur to me just today that we potentially could have bought a Civic VTIR. I know you guys are already thinking this. A Civic VTIR that was basically like that already, and then slapped all these like mad bolt-ons on and just high-fived and done it in one day. Instead, we're like 9 or 10 episodes deep.
Blocked by whale penis. That's actually called a whale penis intake.
Big news, everyone.
The big news, Martin. There it is. This here is about to get nipped, tucked, Botoxed out the butthole.
Yep.
It's getting a facelift.
This is a thing for Civic people, though.
A facelift bit.
Kit.
And apparently that's cooler.
The most obvious difference from pre and post facelift, the grille is different, headlights are different, guards are different, bonnet's different. Actually, the whole front of the car is different, but the way it mounts is almost the same. It's a little bit of nipping and tucking you have to do under there. The biggest difference, though, is these mold things.
Yeah.
Now,
some people paint them just to look the same as the car.
And that looks okay, but leaving them black is also a thing. And some people think the original is the best EK, and some people think EKs are shit and EGs are better. Like, it goes on forever. But what I think is that the modern one, the slightly newer facelifted one, looks nice and smooth. It doesn't have these molds on it.
It does look smooth. It looks a bit more, because this car, when it's like low and mad and clean, it looks like a lady beetle. Have you noticed that? All right, up and out.
That's going in the bin.
Now, no doubt there's somebody out there with a Civic that needs a straight bonnet. And as such, today is your lucky day, my friends, because instead of going into the... See you later, mate. You can go
in the bin.
Do we need a new hole?
Oh, yeah, we probably do need new holes there.
Here?
Yeah. Neat as.
And people reckon that looks better, do they?
Come on, man.
No, I'm
Because
just
it doesn't
wondering.
have the molds.
Oh, yeah, no, that does look good.
Chunky, fat molds.
Let's
Otherwise, it's kind of the same.
By keeping one orange bolt there, Martin, we keep the history and pedigree and purity of this car alive.
I don't have like crazy OCD about that like some people I know, but it's that does upset me a little bit looking at that. I think I like the facelift headlights more than the old ones, just because the old ones have that bulbous bulb on them.
Yeah.
Like a bulbous, fatty sort of bulbous thing that hangs out for no apparent reason.
Fatty bulbous thing that hangs out for no reason.
Yeah, it's like a fatty bulbous thing. And even the word bulbous makes me feel a bit sick.
Yeah.
Bulbous light panel.
That was an accident. I've never deliberately hurt a panel of a car.
An accident, just like the bonnet was an accident and the guards over there were an accident.
All right, fingers crossed, let's go.
It's going to work, Dave.
Yeah.
Timing, angle, offset. There's a laptop doing stuff. Here we go. Tell me it's doing something right.
It is putting a spark out.
It's putting a spark out.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's not in the right place.
Okay,
That's
all
right.
right.
We'll
Good.
work on it.
More. Page up.
Yep. So we'll move it one way.
Page up. All the people care about is page up. Page up.
All right, can we just start it now,
Why?
please? I'm actually excited. Strangely. It works! It actually works!
Awesome. It's loud and obnoxious and offensive.
All right, people, it's time.
What's happening?
This is what all the work is when we actually get to go drive it properly. But
Yes.
this is pretty much the last step.
Civic has a working alternator.
Yes.
It even has a gear knob. Put
Look
a
at
gear
that
knob on it,
one.
like a big tall one, because the short shifter was so short. It's got a working gear knob. It's got an alternator that charges, and it's got a coolant temp gauge that works, and we've wrapped all the wiring up now, so it's like the wiring side of things is done.
Amazing. All right, so now we go onto the dyno. We make 76 kilowatts.
93.
And then you'll all be coming with us on this epic adventure of VTEC proportions.
VTEC power.
Okay, the car is getting strapped down, ready for our power on. Now, there's a particular strapping procedure that needs to take place when cars are making high power. That is not the way this one is getting strapped down.
No VTEC. Sad face.
VTEC. No.
What is it?
Looks
What is
like
it?
we might have worked it out. It looks like our VTEC solenoid.
Yes.
The body part was okay.
Yes.
But it looks like our top bit was not the correct matching parts, potentially off a different model.
All right, so the new solenoid is on, and now it's time just to give it a go. I believe what we're doing, Martin, is just doing like a low RPM VTEC test.
Basically, we're going to engage VTEC and just see if it makes changes. We should hear it. It should be so obvious.
Yeah.
The moment we've been waiting for, everybody.
Full tilt.
VTEC.
Go.
Come on. Yeah, VTEC. There it is. Yeah. VTEC. Dude, it made massive power. Huge power. I have bad news for you, my friend. The VTEC worked. The VTEC works, but look what it worked up to. It worked up to, or am I? 77 Yes! Dude, it's mine! It's mine!
After the dyno, it was time for the Civic to come home with me, and Marty assumed it would be crushed. I often asked myself throughout this build, why does Marty love this car so much? And I soon came to the realization that I don't think I'll ever get it. But I also don't need to. Everyone has different values and sees the world through their own lens. But when there's people around you that you love and care about, you don't always have to understand them. You don't even have to agree with them. You just have to respect how they feel. And then, if you can, you support them with everything you've got. Because ultimately, this respect and support is what brings us all together, even when we have our differences. And that's what this build was all about.
We tried all there is to try. I'm not gonna let you fall this time. Let me hold you. I won't let anybody hurt you.
This project was meant to be a 2-day build, get the engine in and call it done. Instead, it turned into a 2-month Honda extravaganza to bring this Civic back to its former glory. Why? Because this guy refused to throw the whole car in the bin, and I'm glad that he didn't, because I'm really proud of how far it's come.
We tried to outrun the night with sleepy eyes on highways. Hold on tight.
Let's go, mate. Let's go. Yes!
listen to it sing. Yeah, dude. All the VTEC.
Wow.
All the lag, none of the boost, all the good times.
Good job, man. Thank you for
Thanks,
taking us
man.
along for the ride.
Dude, that's such a treat. I honestly thought you were going to throw it off a cliff.
Well, you know, it was 50-50 for a minute there.
Threw it into a paint shop. Looks fantastic.
Distant moment crashes down as our memories